Let's discuss The Butcher's Ballroom by the Diablo Swing Orchestra. Hi, welcome to Garage Geek. So this is a VC Recommends I Listen video, but this was recommended in the comments by Guz69, so I don't have an accompanying video, which is a shame because this album is awesome. So Guz69 is my good friend down in Brazil. That is Brasil. I don't know if he would consider it down, but I put it geographically down. Sorry. There's no disrespect as up and down, one being better than the other. So as I've been listening to this album, the first thing that immediately hits you in the face is the voice. Wow, can this woman sing? However, upon closer inspection, she is not the only singer on this album. And what really grows on you is the song structures. These songs rock. Now, I've tried to pick different elements from each song so that you can really get an idea about this album. Now, the problem is many of these clips are going between the 8 to 10 seconds, and even one is 11. I just couldn't trim it down even more. Now, what happens when they're that long? I get copyright strikes. I mean, copyright claims. And so if that happens, I'll have to cut those clips, which is a shame. It'll teach me a lesson no matter what. Don't go over 8 seconds, and you won't be able to hear how fabulous this band is. Okay, the first song we're going to start with is called Balrog Boogie, and I am going to prove my geekdom right here. So the only Balrog that I know is from The Lord of the Rings. That is the monster that lives in the mines of Moria, and he's the one who grabs Gandalf and allows the elves to flee. Fly, you fools, fly. Now, if there's another Balrog out there, let me know. And by the way, I knew who the Balrog was way before those movies, so don't even. Now, the interesting thing about Balrog Boogie is it's sung in Latin. And I think, I took Latin in college, I think it was. Yeah, college. And this just seems like a string of phrases that we are commonly used, all strung together. So basically, it's a bunch of gibberish. Now, the reason I picked that is because I wanted to introduce you to the singer's voice. But we're going to hear another section of the song, which makes me laugh. You're going to hear what I feel is the guttural mutterings of a mad priest. Now, the third clip we're going to hear has the voice followed by a really catchy drum and bass. Let's go ahead and listen to that. So as I stated, I'm really trying to show you how the pieces of these songs weave together. I could have just put the instrumental part without the voice, but I really do want to show you how they flow, and so that's one of the reasons why my clips are tending to be a little bit longer. In the fourth clip from the song Poetic Pitbull Revolution, this is going to be bookended, so this is the longest clip that I have at 12 seconds, but you're going to hear the voice followed by the instrumental part, followed by another singer. Now, for all you prog fans out there, the fifth song, called Ragdoll Physics, sounds prog-tastic. In fact, the instrument used in this song sounds like it was lifted directly from an Emerson, Lake and Palmer session. The sixth clip is from Velvet Embracer. And this song, to me, showcases how they use both heavy rock and classical instruments very well. In the seventh song, you're going to hear some world music influences. This song is called Gunpowder, and you're going to hear a didgeridoo, which is either Australian or New Zealand, sorry, and Also heavy Middle Eastern sound. The 8th clip is from Wedding March for a Bullet. And you can hear where the singer's voice builds and changes. Now, in the 9th clip from Zodiac Virtues, you're going to hear the other singer. And I wanted to showcase him because he does a fine job. He's not as bombastic as the lead female singer, but listen to what he does with his voice. I always really appreciate when a singer cracks their voice like this, and I think it's done on purpose. The next clip is from Pink Noise Waltz, and again, this showcases how the group can seamlessly use heavy instruments, like typical rock band instruments, with classical instruments. Now, finally, I was chatting with Guz69 this morning, and he recommended that I listen to this other album, and I started listening to them, and I just had to include one clip. My dogs are playing below me. Because it swings, and I hear the Andrews Sisters. Now, I really feel this album is going to appeal to a lot of people. If you don't like really heavy music, well, even though this gets heavy, there's always something to bring you back, to ground you. If you like heavy music, they go there. And just the talent that is displayed in not only the singing, but the instrumentation, to me, is pretty amazing. So again, I want to thank Guz69 for recommending this album, and I hope that you will check this out. Thank you so much for the support.